a new and fresh background for Week 6 of Inside Indiana Softball. I'm Will Chukerman, and joined as always by head coach Michelle Gardner, who's coming off her 300th win, and I want to say congratulations from that standpoint. But most importantly, and you've talked about this, 3-game win streak, you guys start off the weekend 0-2, and you can kind of sense that maybe your girls want to just put it away, and then they come back and win 3 straight.
Well, I think, after Friday's games, we had a conversation because we had an opportunity to win both those games and kind of let it slip away. And, I just challenged them to be in it for what we've been in from the beginning, which is to work hard, to help enjoy the game, respect the game, and things like that, which I think when we came out on Saturday, our energy level was so much bigger, and I really think it helped us to be able to get through some things.
And do you think it helped that you had lost Weber State and Boise State the previous day, and you kind of got to go back against them the second day?
Well, I was glad we got to go back against them the second day, because to me, we competed so much better the second day. We were the team that actually I want on the field.
And the pitching staff, a big weekend for them. 3 games in which they allow 3 runs or less, 2 games in which they only allow 1. And that's a big reason why you guys were able to have so much success those last 3 games.
Absolutely. I think, I've said it all along, we need to have all aspects of the game, but this game is about the pitching circle. And for them to come out and have the weekend that they had was absolutely fantastic, and I was very proud of all 3 of them.
And turning to the batting side of things, Brian, the 2-hole, goes 6 for 17 on the weekend, a .350 batting average. By far, I would have to say, just looking at the average standpoint, her best weekend so far. And we've talked about her in previous episodes. She missed a little bit of time in the offseason. You wanted her to kind of rearrange expectations at the beginning of the season. But now, again, another player who's starting to round into form.
Well, I feel like she had a great weekend, which is a huge contribution. And we've needed that all along. Bree was steady again this weekend. Huber was good. I think we had more of a combination this weekend, which we haven't had. So we have the combination, and we're competing. And yes, some people stepped up who have had high expectations from, but now they're finally coming through.
And you talked about Bree, another good weekend for her, and that's the 1-2 batters in the lineup. And we talked about it last weekend. The leadoff hitter having success helps, but then of course it added success when the 1 and 2 batters are having so much success.
Right. Well, it definitely makes a difference. And the 2 of them were table setters the whole weekend. And it seemed like if Bree didn't get on, Bri got it done. And then Huber was coming up big. Natalie came up big. We really had some very timely key hits this past weekend.
And have you noticed a change in this team coming off a weekend where they've had success that shows up with the wins? Because this is the first time.
Right. And I feel like, they definitely are driven and they're working harder, which is what, they want to be successful. It's not like they haven't wanted to be successful, but I think they're now fighting and finding ways to win.
And finding ways to win, now they get to do it on their home field for the first time. And we're inside, we're in a new environment here at Andy Mohr Field right now filming this episode, and we look outside and it's 35 degrees. But this weekend it's supposed to be in the 60s.
Right.
It's just got to be a relief going back outside and playing on your home field.
Well, and we got to practice outside yesterday, which was amazing because it was almost 70 degrees yesterday. But we were outside. It was fantastic. Our field's in relatively good shape. It's, we're ready to go, but being home, you just can't replace that. I'm thrilled to be home. We get to sleep in our own beds. We get to kind of be on our own schedules, and I really think that the team is looking forward to being at home and playing at home. I know we've got a lot of fan support and people that are going to be out, but I'm just excited to get the weekend in.
And you mentioned getting to sleep in your own bed and all those types of things that some people might overlook, but it is small things like that that could lend to your advantage this weekend, not having to sleep in a hotel.
Not having to fly on Thursday or travel on Thursday, being in our own beds. You can't, there's a lot to be said for those 2 things right there. And we've been on a 5-weekend stint where we're gone on Thursday, we're back on Sunday night late. It's a lot, it's very grueling, but it's part of what we have to do to get ready for Big Tens.
It's certainly a way to kind of recharge the batteries, not getting in those late Sunday nights and having to travel again on Thursday. Am I right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you talk about the fans coming out. You saw yesterday at the baseball game when you got a beautiful day, I should say.
Yeah.
Fans are going to come out and want to watch a baseball and softball team have success. And baseball, it was electric out there. And it's something cool to see.
Yes, absolutely. And I think those, when the weather gets nice, people are going to come out. Sorry, but it is one of the drawbacks of our sport is when the weather's not good. It's hard, but who wants to sit out in that? But unfortunately, sometimes we have to deal with it. So.
Yep. Coach, thank you very much. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks, Will.
That was the 6th edition of Inside Indiana Softball. Stay tuned for another episode next week.